Hey guys, I am once again watching a movie. I know twice in 1 month. What are you talking about? But this time I don't have that much expectations for the movie I'm gonna watch. I just didn't have anything to do, so I thought I'd turn on the camera and then do a review of a movie that I have a very mild interest in. Um, Back in the day, I used to read a lot of manga and watch a lot of anime. And this movie is based, I don't know how loosely based, but it is based on a manga I used to read on a very regular. And of course, that means that I am watching Alita, Battle Angel. It's a Robert Rodriguez film, which, I mean, you say what you say about that guy. He still turns out some pretty entertaining films. I'm going to go ahead and watch this. I don't know how excited I am about it, but I mean it's a night at the movies and it's popcorn, so let's go and watch this movie, and then I'll be back in the magic of movie making. I'll be back in just a few seconds to let you know what I think. All right, I'll talk to you guys in just a few seconds. Bye. Hey guys, I just got done watching the film, and some really quick thoughts about it. Or back in the late '80s, early '90s, a company called Viz Comics tried to do like a really hard push on some of these Japanese manga and bring it over to the U.S. Titles like the Area 88 or Guyver, Mias and Ikaku were a few, and in that was Battle Angel Alita. And that was probably, aside from Mice and Ikaku, Mice and Ikaku was just one of my favorite comics of all time. But Battle Angel Alita was one of my favorites, and I read it for probably about a solid 3 years. And that's kind of like a drawback of this movie was I didn't see the end of that story. I didn't read it all. It probably went on for about five years. Japanese manga, they always definitely have an end to it, but they take forever to get wherever they're going. And that was probably a good solid 5 years of comics scrunched all the way up into one movie. So my very short review of this is it just seemed to be very scattered. The plot seemed to go from one idea to the next idea to the next idea, and it wasn't that they didn't finish these ideas, but they didn't spend a lot enough time on these ideas to actually make us feel kind of invested in them. Now, to be honest with you, I thought the girl Rosa Saladar post right about here or right about here, whatever. We'll have her name flash up. But I thought she made a great Alita. And as far as the Dr. Ito goes, I didn't picture him as Christopher Waltz, or I'm sorry, Christoph Waltz, but I love him as an actor, and so I'll give it a pass. I liked him as Dr. Ito. We had Jennifer Connelly in this movie, who I've always been a fan of. And a couple other people that I've totally recognized. Like at the very end, the big bad guy turns out to be Edward Norton. Really cool stuff. It just seemed really rushed. It just seemed like they crushed a lot of it into one movie. They pretty much said to themselves, we have one chance and one chance only to bring this story to the American audience. So we're just gonna stuff it all into one movie and just go boom. It was in and it was done. Now the final product that we got, the rushed product that we got, I still followed and I still enjoyed quite a bit. I enjoyed that. The things that I didn't like was the rushed plot, and that they really didn't. They could have totally made this a trilogy and just devoted one idea to each movie, and it'd be totally good that way. But again, I see that not being sold. I see that not making the money that they would want to carry it on for three movies. I understand that. I'll give it a pass, and I'll say that rushed plot is okay with me as long as I get that plot. Um, the things that did work about this movie was that I did fall in love with Alita. I thought they made her a totally sympathetic character, and I really felt for her. The other things was the environment that it created for this movie. I enjoyed just looking at it. It was beautiful. And yes, the character design was crazy and out there. But it was based on the manga, which the character creations were crazy and out there. And so it was really kind of like a very faithful adaptation to this manga, and it gave you these crazy characters. And yes, it was a little too much to ask of the average viewing audience, but not too much to ask of me. I loved it. I thought it was a great look to it. I loved the environment. I loved Iron City that they created for this movie. It was awesome. And the third thing and the final thing I do want to say about this was all the action sequences. Again, we're talking about kind of like a science fiction, science magic movie. You know, they can make up different plot devices just out of a whim, like Star Trek, just to fit, just carry the plot along. And so that way it kind of makes the fight scenes kind of less important. But in this, they actually were able to implement fighting style into the action sequences and make the fighting styles believable. And I enjoyed and believed, and I felt the threat of these action sequences. It just made these action sequences even better and more involved. I enjoyed this movie from beginning to end. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The only thing, like I said, the only drawback I would have about this movie is the rushed how they had to go through 5 years of the manga in one movie. So just score it. I'm gonna go ahead and score it a big old 90%, because it would be asking a lot of the average normal audience. Not of me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the world it created. I enjoyed the now I'm just repeating myself, the fighting style it created. It just had a couple of plot threads that again could have been fleshed out. That's all I'm saying. All right, so 90% is totally worth it. Am I going to tell you guys to go rush out and watch this movie? No, I'm not. Am I telling you guys that I'm not going to tell you guys to rush out and see the movie, but you should? No, I'm not. I'm saying this. This is what I'm going to tell you guys. The only people that are watching this video, the handful of people that are watching this video, is this. If you like science fiction, if you're a hardcore science fiction fan, this is a must to see. This is definitely something you're going to enjoy. If you do not like that wild, crazy, outlandish, imaginative world building science fiction that this movie is, if you think this is not your ballpark, do not see this movie. Don't see it. It'll be a waste of your time. You're not going to enjoy it. But if you do, man, it's a great ride, and I enjoyed it from beginning to end. So 90% it is, and I'm going to be moving on. What is it? 2 weeks now? What's today? Wednesday? Or whenever you're watching this, but I'm telling you guys this on a Wednesday night. It's 2 weeks from Thursday. Is going to be Captain Marvel, so I'm really excited about that. And then a month later is Endgame, Avengers Endgame. So whatever, guys, I'm out of here. I'm done talking and repeating myself and wasting your time. But if you guys feel any inkling, please let me know what if you've seen this movie. Let me know what you think about it. Subscriptions, who cares about subscriptions? I'm not doing this for a job. I'm not doing it for subscriptions. I'm doing it so I can have a conversation about the hobby that I enjoy most, is watching movies and talking about them. I want to debate these movies. I want somebody to tell me that the movie that I liked sucked. I want you guys to tell me this so that I can offer up my counter argument and see who, if I can change your mind, or if you can change my mind. Or I just love to hear other people's opinions. And I'm just wondering now. So, anyways, I'm just gonna get going, and I guess I'll talk to you after I watch, or before and after I watch Captain Marvel. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, Montanay. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.